Yeah, cool. Alright, so we're going to some sideboard games, and this is just how we're going to be sideboarding. What I want to do in these matches is I want to bring in all my hand hate because, look, it's really excellent. Um, Obviously, blue-white has a lot of redundancy, and going up to a full 10 pieces of hand hate is pretty ridiculously good. Um, yeah, so these come in. Obviously, we're taking out all the removal. That's going to be pretty dead here. It's possible that uh, having some of these is going to lose us a little bit of utility, but we still have our 4 heroes downfall, and that's just the only spell which is really important to leave in for removal. Bring in Underworld Connections, having a draw engine sweet. You know, it's going to be answered from time to time because of these detention fears, but it's probably fine. It's just another threat basically. If we stick one of these and he doesn't do anything about it, we're going to win the game. Pissing Needle, it's going to answer Jace, more or less. Possibly Elspeth in a pinch, but it's basically there to shut off one of his draw engines. Again, he can detention sphere it, not overly worried if he does. Got some Lifebane zombies. Just want some more threats to come in. The cards that are also just coming in because I'm taking so many pieces of removal out, and this is just better here. It's never going to pinch a card unless he happens to bring something like a Fiendslayer Paladin in. But it's 3/1 attacker. It really does attack Elspeth and Jace quite well as just pressure his life total. In addition to that, we're taking out this Pack Rat. Pack Rat's at its worst in the control matches. We're still leaving 3 in because the thing's nuts. And yeah, we prefer the third Lifebane zombie of that. So yeah, this is how we're going to be winning.
Well, I am bringing in a Fiendslayer Paladin. I'll see if I get taken by Lifebane zombies or not. I'm not really certain what to be taking out or bringing in this matchup. My sideboard doesn't have any explicit tools that say, like, yes, this is 100% mono black control, other than really maybe this Jace Memory Adept, but that's kind of a generic kind of long game kind of threat that I...
Yeah, it's good in any game.
Yeah.
Long
Yeah, so I'm taking out a bit of counter magic, which loses a bit of utility of whether he's like Thought Seizing me to death. Not only can he take it and leave me defenseless, but he can also just play around it really easily. As you might have seen in game 2, he kind of saw the 2 dissolves. I had two dissolve in my hand, and he never played a spell until I was forced to do something, and that's just something that can happen. So I've cut down a bit of counter magic. I'm taking out dissolves over 2 syncopates because it answers Underworld Connections on the draw, and I think that's just generally what I would like. A situation, something that I would like, and also protecting against Pack Rat if need be. I'm cutting 2 Quickens because essentially they're just cycle, and I'm not really going to get in too badly with Wrath of God in this matchup. And I'm taking out 1 Azorius Shum because it seems generally pretty mediocre. It's just cycling. I'd rather have something that's doing its own work. If you know what I mean, it doesn't cost me any mana.
Those Quickens come out in a lot of matches, right? Like,
yeah, I think
when your deck gets a little bit more specific, you can take out some cyclers and have some more damage.
It's a nice like swing slot.
Yeah.
Really. I'm bringing another Ratchet Bomb because it answers Underworld Connections, Detention Sphere, and it's a threat. It's an answer that I can play on turn 2 and then sit back on and take my time and pick my battles with it. I'm bringing in the Jace Memory Adept, which is great for just another Planeswalker who draw cards, pressure overload his heroes downfalls as best I can, try and get ahead like that. Never really mind zeroing it against them unless I'm 100% certain I'm winning the game, which is not particularly likely. I'm bringing in Needle for Mutavaults, Pack Rats, and Underworld Connections, and I'm bringing in Fiendslayer Paladin because he's bringing in so much hand disruption. A lot of it is Duresses and Sin Collectors. I'd like to have something that can stay in play, be dangerous, protect myself, threaten his life total, while also not being vulnerable to that new hand disruption that's coming in. I don't know if it's right or not. Someone correct me if they read about this and have better ideas. Cool.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.